Waiting for the Chancellor, with musical accompaniment from these two gentlemen. Angela Merkel is launching her election campaign here on Germany's Baltic Sea coast. The audience consists of vacationers from all over the country. A speech by the Chancellor is a welcome change of pace from swimming and sunning.
I'm on vacation. We made the trip here and we thought, let's hear what she has to say.
I like her and I'll vote for her, but I don't have any expectations. There are promises from all sides. First, we want to hear her.
We're fans of hers. We weren't Christian Democrat voters, but since she's been Chancellor, we've always voted for her. We're enthusiastic about her policies. She's an important woman in the world. Nothing could have been better for Germany.
Throbbing electric bass tones replace the country band, and the Chancellor appears. She'll be repeating this performance many times in the next 2 months. It's about Angela Merkel. She's bringing the message, and the message is, everything's fine, and will remain so, as long as Angela Merkel is Chancellor.
When I became Chancellor, it was 2005. And the first thing I inherited was 5 million unemployed in Germany. Back then, a certain newspaper wrote, "Ms. Chancellor, now these are your unemployed." Okay, they were mine. And today, we have less than 3 million unemployed, and just half the number of unemployed youth.
That's the tone of Merkel's election campaign. Germany's doing well, the economy is humming, and the problems are not severe. She also promised more money for education, a bit less in taxes, and overall less debt.
We were spending 300 billion euros a year, 50 billion of it on our already overdrawn credit, to put it bluntly. And after 4 years, we've been able to present a budget that for the first time has no new structural debt. And we will take on no new structural debt in the future.
For 20 years, the Baltic coast has been the constituency for Merkel's parliamentary seat. Beautifully restored historical towns like Stralsund and clean beaches attract tourists. Angela Merkel dedicated almost everything that's new here, and people are proud of their Bundestag delegate and chancellor. But things aren't so glossy on closer examination. The region's last shipyard is closing this year, and the numbers of unemployed and impoverished are rising. Outside the tourism season, few people come here. Money's lacking even to maintain Stralsund's status as World Cultural Heritage. More than 20,000 precious books almost rotted in a damp cellar because there were no funds for proper storage. There's no place for those things in the election campaign, not when you're in power. Angela Merkel is visiting her third beach resort today, speaking mostly about her successes. She's not talking about U.S. intelligence services spying on Germans. She has just a few words on data protection as an aspect of economic policy.
In Germany and in Europe, we have specific ideas about data protection. So take a look at what companies are still at home in Europe. Google, no. Yahoo, no. Microsoft, Apple, no. What do we want to be able to do in Europe so that we remain independent in the future?
That's enough for her audience. Most Germans aren't that interested in data protection. Merkel still enjoys the trust of the citizens. These people won't take her silence about the American data gathering and storage as a reason to vote against her.
There are other issues to consider as well. And the other parties that are bashing her for it. I think they knew about it when they were in power. They just don't admit it.
The intelligence agencies have been there for years. They all engage in surveillance. It's normal.
It's no surprise she didn't speak much about it. I think after the elections we'll hear more.
Angela Merkel on the campaign trail, a chancellor who engages in few experiments and promises more of the same. Those who want something else will be disappointed, like these young men and women. After 3 appearances today, Merkel cancels her photo shoot with European job trainees.